All right, today we're going to look at 1.6, which is algebra and variables and expressions. Quick note going into this is expressions do not have equal signs. Okay, equations have equal signs. We're going to work with expressions and the variables, which are the letters that represent other objects within our problems. And when we use expressions and variables, what we're doing is we are trying to make and solve problems that have to deal with real life. Okay, and a lot of times, some of the stuff we'll do today even is we can even find sequencing and things of that nature when we're working with variables and expressions. And so we'll get into this. This is the algebra portion. It's a lot of fun. We're going to start with creating expressions from patterns. We have a figure, and in this figure, there's 3 squares. All right, in the second figure, there's 4 squares. In the third figure, there is 5 squares. All right, how many figures would there be in the 4th, 5th, 6th, or X number of squares? So one thing we'll notice is that the number of squares is 2 more than the figure number. Okay, this means that n plus 2 represents the number of squares in the figure. N plus 2 is 3. When you put 1 in for n, it'd be 3. If 2 is n, 2 plus 2 is 4. If 3 is n, 3 plus 2 is 5. So if I have 4 plus n is 6. 5 plus n would be 7. 6 plus n would be 9. And then whatever I'd have for x, I could just say x plus 2 would give me my answer. Right? And then I could put any number in, and then I would get the number of squares that are in that figure number. So pretty creative. And notice this is an expression because it doesn't have an equal sign. If I move on, I can also give myself what the variable equals. And so here I have the problem 8w minus 2v. If w equals 5 and v equals 3, what would be the answer to 8w minus 2v? Well, if I put those numbers in, I end up giving myself a new problem that looks like 8 times w, which is 5, minus 2 times 3. If I go through my order of operations, 8 times 5 is 40, 2 times 3 is 6, so I'd end up at 40 minus 6, or 34. Okay. We can do the same over here for these next few problems, which we'll look at when we come together for class tomorrow.